August 2023, traveling through the desert in her van, Jessa from JessaJayVlogs expected a relaxed rest day. Instead, a closed road forced her and her friend Hannah into a long, exhausting hike along unfamiliar trails.
Listening to music and ignoring me because I made her get up earlier than what she wanted to do this morning.
I can hear you.
I'm done talking to you. We're done. Hey, oh my God, she's talking and interrupting my video.
You tell everyone that I'm ignoring you, but you're the one that says don't talk to me. So I'm like, okay, I'll listen to music.
I don't want her to talk to me because she's been ignoring me for the last 5 minutes. I don't appreciate that.
I can't just listen to music for 5 minutes.
She is listening.
The day unraveled quickly. Wrong turns. Rattlesnakes hiding under rocks. A sharp thorn stabbing Jessa's foot, just close enough to a snake bite to spark real panic. They backtracked, crossed bridges they shouldn't have, and burned hours fighting terrain that never felt welcoming.
Follow sometimes. I can see why. You see it? There it is. Oh, wow.
Hannah, that is ginormous.
That's a rattlesnake. Yeah. Oh my God, okay. Oh God, okay.
Hannah,
I don't like that.
scare away me from a hike. Rattlesnakes everywhere under the rocks that you're hiking on.
No.
By the time they finally reached the water, relief replaced fear, but only briefly. The return hike was worse. Steep paths, slippery rocks, strangers appearing out of nowhere, clearly having taken an easier route, proof they'd been wandering blindly.
This morning.
On the actually steep thing that we went down.
Hey bud, I don't want to get in your way. You gonna leave? You're just gonna let us walk by? Cool, thanks bro. Thanks for sharing your home.
That was one of the bigger ones I've seen. He was a cutie.
Did someone mark this rock for me?
It says, Live Jay.
That should be our new motto, Live Jay.
Jay.
Back at camp, exhaustion set in. The van was cleaned. Dinner was cooking. That's when Jessa admitted the real reason they couldn't stay the night. A man had been lingering nearby earlier, watching, refusing to leave, making his presence known just long enough to be remembered.
I'm pumped, but unfortunately I don't think we can park here tonight because there was this creepy guy and he was like, oh, you guys are so pretty, and you know, all that kind of stuff, and like wouldn't leave us alone, and now we don't really feel safe camping here because he knows we're here.
Sorry, can you bring the water? The broccoli's burning.
Oh, okay. Did he ask you if we were staying here tonight? Yeah, I said, I don't really know.
Now he knew where they were camped. They packed up and drove out over brutal roads, choosing danger on the trail over danger where they slept.
They're so bad.
Stay smart and stay safe. Good call on moving the van. In 2022, solo traveler Allison Sharp was making her way down the Florida coast, documenting van life and budget travel for her channel. After a restless night in Daytona Beach, she arrived in West Palm Beach exhausted and desperate for somewhere safe to sleep.
And I kind of saw what I needed to see in Daytona, and I really want to get to West Palm Beach and start making my way further down the coast.
Every option fell through. Walmart refused overnight parking. Residential streets were impossible. A Planet Fitness lot felt wrong, but she stayed anyway, waking every half hour to strange noises, bass thumping, and the constant feeling of being watched.
Checked to see if they allowed overnight parking, and even though their parking lot was huge, they did not. So I drove around for quite a while, and the same issue that I've been having in South Florida, there's no curbs, there's no residential areas to park. So I decided to go to a Planet Fitness, and that particular Planet Fitness didn't give me the best feeling, But at that point I was so tired, so I just parked up under a tree and tried to go sleep, and that was that. In the morning, I just made myself I ended up at the Planet Fitness parking lot, and it was one of the worst sleeps I had because some doofus was playing music in the parking lot all night. Like, all I could hear was bass just thumping all night. And I was parked under a tree, and I don't know what was on it, like heavy leaves, but they would drop like one at a time.
Out of options, Allison turned to couch surfing for the first time. A woman offered her a place to stay, or at least a parking spot outside her home. But when they met, something felt off immediately.
So I've heard of couch surfing for a long time, and they have an app, so I signed up to it, and this lovely lady has said, yeah, like, I mean, you're welcome to stay in my house if you'd like, but if you want to just have a parking spot, you can.
The woman arrived late, appeared disoriented, and spoke at length about a bitter divorce and fleeing her husband. The house Allison was meant to stay in was nearly empty. No bed, no furniture.
Type of sedative. She was slightly slurring her words, but not like slurring like an alcoholic, but it just seemed like she was under a lot of stress. And then when we walked into the house, she was telling me a lot of stories about she's going through a divorce and her husband is very difficult, and it was very sad, and I was just like, oh my god, everything's gonna be okay. But she was basically saying like, this new house that she just got like a week ago is the one that I would be staying at, and this is her house to try to get away from her husband. And like, I'm not saying any names, I'm not trying.
Then came the moment that froze her, the question of keys. If she stayed inside, how would she leave? Why wasn't she being given access?
And then it just got a little awkward because like, I was like, so do you want me to take the keys to your house? And she's like, no. And then she kind of clammed up. I don't know if she did, but like the vibe was that she was like, oh. But then I was thinking like, okay, but like if I don't take the keys when we meet up again, when I come back to like go to sleep, are you just gonna lock me into the house? Like, I'm not gonna have the keys to be able to like leave. So when I asked,
nothing overtly dangerous happened, but every instinct screamed no. Allison chose her car instead.
To like put anyone on blast, but I'm just saying that for this video, the reason that I didn't say so much is because I didn't want to make her feel bad, so hopefully she doesn't watch this video. But I want to be honest about the reason why this was such a weird experience for me. So all those things were coming into play in my mind. Like, this is a side tangent, and you can skip this part if you want, but one time
Later, she would say the scariest part wasn't what happened, but what almost did. Sounds like that lady had too much on her head. She probably just needed to vent. In this video, solo traveler Sydney documented what began as a peaceful road trip along the Oregon coast, before turning into one of the most unsettling nights she'd experienced on the road. After spending the day exploring beaches, historic forts, and wildlife-filled parks, she crossed into Washington and searched for a place to camp before reaching Seattle.
Cannon Beach, Haystack Rock. I'm going to where they filmed a scene of Goonies, and then I'm crossing into Washington later today, and I'm camping in Washington because tomorrow I have to make it all the way to Seattle. So I'm so excited. It's going to be a really good day, and tomorrow's going to be a good day as well.
The site she found was wrong immediately. Trash littered the ground. A makeshift burn pile sat beside her car like an improvised outhouse. Dense forest pressed in from all sides, and a steep hillside loomed above her camp, its trees leaning unnaturally close. As darkness fell, rain began to pour, soaking the ground and amplifying every sound around.
Honestly, the site is kind of creepy. I don't have it in me to climb the mountain further than this, so I am going to camp right next to this lovely burn pile / makeshift outhouse. I'm just gonna get my car ready to sleep in and then crawl in and make a peanut butter and honey for dinner. Look how big this is. I could name it. Somebody in the comments said that last time. They were like, your laundry bag's so big you could name it. And I thought that was really funny. Because you're not wrong. Let's see how far it is to Seattle from here. Oh my gosh, it's less than 3 hours.
Inside her vehicle, Sydney tried to ignore the feeling creeping over her, the sense that something wasn't right. Hours passed. The rain intensified. Her gut told her to leave, over and over again. She worried that waiting until morning could trap her there if a tree fell or the road washed out.
It's dark in here. I can't see. Where are you, honey? Oh my God. I just put my elbow in the Look at this. I can't believe I'm camping next to a toilet. I can't wait to go dwell in a structure.
At nearly 2 a.m., she listened to that instinct, packed up, and drove off into the night. She later admitted she felt no relief until she was far away. A reminder that sometimes the scariest encounters are the ones where nothing ever shows itself at all.
Nearly 2 in the morning, and I don't feel safe here anymore. Something just kept telling me to leave that site. My gut just kept telling me to leave because I thought that I would be trapped here if I waited until the morning. Trapped with a downed tree or something. Because it's raining, and it's been raining all night, and there was a giant hill with leaning trees next to my site. So I just didn't feel good about it. So yeah, I'm leaving. I kept trying to fight my gut, but it just kept telling me to leave.
Good move. Always go with your gut feeling. The video comes from Asleep 5 Decades, a female van lifer documenting quiet mornings and daily life on the road. What began as a calm, sunny day quickly turned into something far more disturbing.
Go away, cloud. One puffy big cloud. Just, come on. Yeah, right. I think it's going to be like 20 degrees today with cloudy period.
While parked alone near a canal, she kept her side door open as she prepared dinner. Without warning, a man leaned directly into her van, invading her space. He asked if she had a boyfriend, fumbling with his phone to translate when she refused to engage. Every instinct told her something was wrong. She shut the door on him.
And I'm like, I don't speak French. Like, vous avez un petit ami. He asked me if I had a boyfriend. Do you have a boyfriend? And chum is just another way of asking a boyfriend. You know, I don't speak French. And so he gets out his phone and he's trying to look for a translator, like a Google Translator or something, you know, so he can communicate with each other. And I'm thinking, what for? Like, what for? Why are we going to bother communicating, like, or try to communicate and go all through the hassle for what? Because I am a vulnerable woman living by myself in a van.
He didn't leave. For over an hour, the man repeatedly repositioned his car around her van, watching, lingering, refusing to take the hint. As darkness fell and rain started, fear set in.
He goes in front of the van and I see him, you know, forever still trying to figure out this this translation, or trying to figure out a way to communicate with me. He's just at the front of my van, and so I kind of like shut the curtains so that he can't see in, you know, and just, you would think he would take the hint. Oh no. So after, I think it was maybe half an hour, I had to be at least that long, trying to figure out how to communicate with me. Well, he gets in his car, and because I had shut my curtains, well, he's trying to get my attention to come out, I suppose. So in front of my van, beside my van, but he kept on moving it, like, and I was just creeped right out. I just thought this guy would take the hint and go.
She whispered for him to go away, unsure what to do if he approached again. Only when a family in a nearby RV arrived did she feel safe enough to stay. But the encounters didn't end there.
But I'm trying to, so that he doesn't see my phone. Like, where is he now? Look at that. He's really sketchy. He's really scaring me. But the good thing is, can't see, but I was just about to get ready to leave, and then somebody pulled in, like a family pulled.
Over the following weeks, she describes multiple incidents. Men hovering near her van, staring inside, lingering for hours, even peeking through branches while she cooked. Each time, she trusted her intuition and left.
To immediately stop what I was doing and turn around. And as I did, this kid, he had his, like, you could see just his nose and his eyes. He's peeking in at me. You can't see his body, but he's peeking literally right in at me. And I, like, scream, but I have the knife in my hand, you know? So it startled him, too. And I'm like, what the hell? He jumps back further than I did. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I go, well, what the hell do you want? And he's like, do you have the time? And he's got a cell phone in his hand. And I'm like, you got a phone in your hand. Like, you know, I go, get the out of here. And he just took off. He's like, sorry. And he just took off. But he had to, like, duck underneath the branch.
Her conclusion was chillingly simple. Sometimes the most dangerous thing on the road isn't isolation. It's being seen as vulnerable. I would have called the police on the first guy. Why just keep sitting there? While hiking solo through Louisiana's Kisatchie National Forest, the creator behind Nomad Unknown set out on the Wild Azalea Trail hoping to reset her mental health after weeks of exhaustion and isolation. The trail was calm at first, birds, blooming flowers, and long stretches of quiet.
I'm coming out of a funk that I've been in for the past maybe week or so. Last time you saw me, I was leaving Texas and heading into Louisiana. I don't know if it was evident in that video, but I was really already having a hard time. And when I entered into Louisiana, getting out, started on the trail now. It's pretty quiet out here. It's lovely with the birds singing and every now and then the wind.
But early on, she noticed a man lingering near the trailhead. He carried only a water bottle. No backpack, no clear destination. As she continued hiking, she encountered him again, and again, each time appearing suddenly from behind, never saying more than a short hi.
Getting here, I saw somebody that I've seen twice already today. The first time I saw him, he only had a water bottle in his hand, no backpack or anything. And I saw him at the trailhead where I parked my car as I was still pulling things out of my car. And at that point, as soon as he saw me, he sort of turned around.
3 miles in, she found a secluded campsite she planned to use for the night. That's when she noticed something deeply unsettling. A hidden trail camera camouflaged in the trees, pointed directly at the campsite.
There's the bridge, you can see that. And then the backpack's right there. I was thinking I was going to camp over there. But I looked over and I saw this area here, the clearing. And I thought, you know what, that's a bit more hidden from trail. I might feel more comfortable and secure over there. So I came over. Why is there a trail cam pointing to that campsite? I don't really know how those things work. Maybe it's not visible on the camera, but like, what else is it pointing at? Okay. Like, here's the trail cam. What is it pointing at?
There were logs deliberately blocking the path, as if someone didn't want people going there. The realization hit hard. This camera wasn't for wildlife.
So I went from campsite 1 over to campsite 2, just kind of an exploratory thing. And the reason it actually took me a little while to decide to go over there is because there were like clear obstructions in the path, like logs covering the path. A lot of time that might be set up by Forest Service to say like, this is not a trail, don't go down here. I just felt like I needed to go explore it. There was poison ivy I had to avoid. It's not too dense where I couldn't avoid it, and yeah, I had to go over a couple of logs and stuff like that, but it's almost like...
Trusting her instincts, she packed up and left immediately. Later, locals confirmed her fears. Trail cameras pointed at campsites were not normal. She wasn't scared.
But is it because they don't want somebody to discover the camera? It doesn't feel scary, like I'm not scared. I'm actually angry because it feels violating. It feels like a threat in that way where it's a violation of privacy. I'm just like, what the? There's nonstop action here. So remember the guys I told you about that passed by the campsite earlier? They're matching, there's 4 men. They're all wearing matching red shirts. And I just stumbled across them, which I was surprised to see them here.
She was angry. Because sometimes, danger doesn't announce itself. It just watches. It sounds like you're a trust your gut kind of person. The smartest way to be. Glad all was fine. In 2018, a solo traveler and van lifer Susie Cruz crossed from Spain into Morocco, expecting adventure and cultural discovery. Instead, within just 2 days, her journey turned into a nightmare.
Hey guys, this video is just really quickly about what happened to me. Everyone who saw my Instagram story knows how much I struggled to be in Morocco, and I was only there for 2 days and now I'm back in Spain now. I didn't sleep for 24 hours because I was just driving and I don't even know.
From the moment she arrived, Susie felt watched. Men crowded the streets, calling out, following, making gestures she couldn't escape, no matter how modestly she dressed. Overwhelmed and alone, she broke down in tears on a quiet side street. That's when a man approached, offering comfort, tea, and a place to rest.
So he was like, come on, cheer up, and we talked a little bit, and he's like, come on, my shop is just next door, you can sit there and maybe have a drink.
Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome in the blue city in Chefchaouen.
And we're gonna drink some tea, right?
Yeah, the lat's name is called L'Isha. L'Isha is called, is like, it means the dinner.
Oh,
L'Isha. And when you people praying and going outside of the mosque, close the mosque and go and taking the dinner and sleeping after.
I'll make a tea. And then he gave me like a...
At first, he seemed kind. But as the night wore on, his tone changed. He refused to leave her van, raised his voice, pressured her to stay, and demanded money. Her wallet vanished. When she tried to call for help, he grabbed her phone and ended the call.
So much already, why don't you just let her go? And then we got back, and then he said to me, give me some money, because I spent it all day with you. I want to buy some cigarettes so I can get the taxi home. And I wanted to give him money because I just wanted him to get out of the car. So I wanted to give him the money. But as I was looking in the car, my wallet was gone. And before we actually left the car, I had the wallet in my car. So the wallet was gone and we were looking like crazy. And then he accused me that I was lying to him, that I didn't want to give him money, and pretended the wallet was stolen. And I was so nervous, crying and nervous, and I feel like he was saying all these things and I couldn't handle it anymore. So he was there putting so much pressure on me. And then
Trapped, exhausted, and terrified, Susie pretended to cooperate until he stepped away. Only then did she lock the doors and flee, driving non-stop through the night, Crossing the border back into Spain without sleep, money, or safety, she escaped.
Outside to have a wee. So I locked the door already from the inside, but I was scared. I couldn't move. I don't know. I just felt like if you drive away, he will chase you. Because he was like a bit further than the car. But I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And then he knocked on my door again, so I opened the door again. I couldn't escape. As I opened the door, I said, "Oh, can you maybe wait outside? I want to do a wee in the van because I have a little pot." And then at this moment, luckily, he said, "Okay, you take your time. I will be back in 10-15 minutes." Because he wanted to ask some people for the cigarettes. And before, the creepiest thing that he did, I'm sorry, as we were cleaning to find a wallet, he was also looking into my dirty clothes, and then he got an undie and just smelled on it, and I just didn't say anything because I was just scared. So, and then he left.
But the fear followed her home.